How you guys doing? Are these on? Are these on?
These should be on. Oh, mine's on.
There we go. Hey, all
All
right. Okay, I usually get panels started off with the best tagline ever created in the history of the world. So, what time is it? Adventure time! There we go.
Okay, now, I know it's Sunday afternoon, and we've had a really, really good 3 days of con, but I think we can do a little bit better than that. Let's try it one more time.
Yeah. What time is it? I think it's this person right here in the front. She's a little bit too busy texting. I think that's what it is.
What? Oh, come on.
She wouldn't add in. Oh, come on.
You just got shamed by Jeremy Shada. Did you see that? Well, now she's going to tweet that she just got shamed by Jeremy Shada. We just started this vicious circle all over again.
This is going to be bad. I don't want to get in a fight with you. I mean, you got a moose head. You could be totally crazy.
She's going to run at you. You're signing. Blam.
Impale me.
In the news, Jeremy Shada impaled by moose at Emerald City Comic-Con. So welcome, everybody. My name is Michael Robles. I will be here chatting with Mr. Jeremy Shada. A round of applause for him taking time out of his busy schedule to be here.
Thank you.
I'm just going to go ahead and start out and just get the fanboy in me out right now. I'm a huge fan of Adventure Time.
Sweet.
In fact, my wife and I... oh, that's amazing. My wife and I, our wedding was wedding time with Mike and Tifa because we...
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you dress up as Finn?
We did not dress up.
I'm kind of glad I think it'd be better,
But we had this amazing logo that I'd like to show you afterwards. But so, cool. Adventure Time. How did that come about? It's in season 5. Season 5 just finished.
Yeah.
And it's been a crazy
Have
journey.
they announced
for you.
season 6 yet? I know we've been doing it, but
I
they
think they
didn't want to
announced
announce it.
season
Okay,
6.
well, yeah, we're doing season 6 too. So
If they didn't, guess what, guys? Emerald City Comic Con exclusive Adventure Time season 6
announced officially. Although I think it already was.
It might have been. Just pretend it was an exclusive and be like, "OMG, guys, we just got it announced."
That way I can feel important. I basically Adventure Time. So you're just like kind of how I got into.
Yeah.
Some of you might know this. My older brother Zach did the original pilot back when it was like a little short for Nickelodeon as Penn at the time, and then they didn't pick it up. So 3 years kind of rolled around, and Penn, the creator, was shopping it around, and then Cartoon Network picked it up, and they just kind of opened up the role for auditions. And I just looked up the little short because they remembered it, and my voice sounded just like his at the time, and I kind of even molded it even a little bit more. And I just auditioned like everybody else. Then I went back a couple times to cartoon, met with everybody, and then I got the job. And the only person that even knew I was his brother until the first day of recording was Penn. They didn't even have an idea. They just thought I sounded incredibly like him.
This kid does great impressions.
Yeah,
keep
right?
this kid around. So that's awesome. So let's talk about, what are some of your favorite moments? The season's been around so many episodes. I can list off just a ton of my favorite moments, but what are some of the things that you just have glommed onto and be like, you know what, I really loved this episode for this reason?
They're all just so great in their own ways. I like I think some of my favorite episodes are the episodes where you have really cool guest people come in.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cool to meet people. Like the first episode with the Flame Princess, I think it's Incendium? Is that what it's called? We had, obviously, the Flame Princess, Jessica DeKicho. She's awesome, so that was cool. And then Keith David plays the Flame King, and he has, coolest, just natural baritone voice.
Yeah.
So it's always awesome getting to meet guest people like Mark Hamill, who's Luke Skywalker. He's done a few voices on there.
He's done quite a few voices on there, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lou Ferrigno as
Rainn
as
Wilson
Billy.
from The Office came in. I think that aired. Rattleballs, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rattleballs is such a good episode. So we talk about Flame Princess, and this is something I was going to wait till later, but I'm just going to throw this out there now. I feel that this season, this most recent season, season 5, was probably one of the most emotional seasons. There was a lot of really deep storylines.
Just wait.
I can tell already. Oh my God, really? So we're watching.
It's going more that direction. You'll always still have the awesome, just offbeat, kind of more contained stories, episodes that are just fun, but we're having a lot more arc. We're having a lot more kind of the deep background of the whole world.
Oh, this is amazing. So we're watching Finn grow up, and we're watching him go through these emotional times. How was that for you from when it first started? How does it feel to watch this character just evolve and realize how Finn's growing up? How have you taken on the goal of Finn growing up?
It's cool. I guess at first, it's cool giving him more levels and being able to do more stuff with it as it goes along because the story kind of lends to that. At first, it was more just, Finn would just basically scream all the time.
Right.
That's kind of all it was. He would just go, "Oh my gosh," or something. And, now there's more of just actual conversations or him battling through internal stuff as opposed to just fighting monsters 24/7, which is still awesome. There's much more of that coming up.
Yeah. There's a great adventure. When he's not dealing with problems with his love life, he's got this other stuff going on. Obviously, with what happened to Billy recently, like the season finale was just mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's a bummer, right?
That was mind-blowing. Everything, like...
I don't think Lou Ferrigno knows that Billy died. I don't think he knows that.
Lou Ferrigno is we're just in Lou Ferrigno's world.
Yeah.
Is the way it happens.
It's a bummer though, because that character's so cool.
That character was great, and it was definitely interesting to see what happened with Billy, and especially because Finn didn't have a father figure.
Yeah.
He looked up to Billy, and watching him die, watching Finn, especially for me, spoilers.
Sorry if you haven't seen it. Too
If
bad.
you're not caught up, guess what? Watching him go through Billy's bucket list was probably one of my favorite episodes of the season, especially with the line.
Billy's girlfriend is cool too.
Billy's girlfriend is super cool.
Super tall.
Right? And so I want to talk about some of the characters and the characteristics. I mean, obviously, Finn has gone through a lot. He's going through a lot of changes. Season 6, as you just spoiled for us, is going to get even deeper. Going into those challenges, when do you get the time as Finn to just kind of just rage out and have fun and do the adventures and just, or how do you find that balancing act?
It's really just a testament to the writers. I mean, there's the way they write it out, so there's always a good balance. It's never, they try not to make it never, too much one way or the other. It's just a really good balancing act there. And, even through emotional stuff, there's always funny moments. So it's never going to be all one way or the other, which I think is really the perfect place to have it. Just have a nice mix of both.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about some of the other stuff that people may not know you do, because you're not just Finn the Human.
No, that's not all I do all day, by the way. Newsflash.
Because you put out music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kinda. Yeah.
Well, how was it? Has music always been something that you've wanted to do? I mean, I saw you just got a new bass, I think. Was it a new guitar?
Yeah, I got a new bass, a new Fender P bass, which is awesome. That thing's cool. I've always been able to do singing, and I've learned to play bass later on a little bit. It's always kind of been there. Acting was always my first passion, but the thing about being an actor is a lot of times it'll involve singing or other types of things. They go hand in hand very much. So just like all the crazy songs that you'll hear Finn sing on Adventure Time, which by the way are very, very different than stuff I would sing professionally.
So your album's not going to have a new cover of Baby?
No, it's probably not going to have that. I'm a tough tootin' baby, I can punch in your buns. It's probably not going to have that. There's a very big difference between me singing or Finn singing, because I'm singing as Finn. So it's the Finn voice, and he's supposed to be, most of the songs come from kind of a on the cuff, just like a natural place. He's just kind of singing as he goes.
Yeah.
It's more okay. It's more, made up on the spot, or it's emotional made up on the spot. So it's supposed to feel very raw. But then obviously my singing is going to be a little bit more me. So it's not going to be Finn's voice, and it's going to be a little bit more, say trained. I don't know if that's the right word.
See that when an album drops, you can see a whole new side of Jeremy Shada.
Whole new world. No. It won't sound like that either, I can guarantee.
A much more tender side.
Yeah, tender. I didn't really want to do a solo thing or anything like that, so I'm kind of starting a band actually with my brother Zach, who did the original voice, our friend Seth, and then one other person. So actually, 2 of them are in Atlanta right now recording.
Oh, nice.
And I'm here doing this, and then I leave for Australia next week. So I'll eventually go back to Atlanta and do my vocal parts on it. But.
Well, yeah, come on. The singer only shows up to sing.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have to be there for the rest of it.
You're totally fine. What about the Incredible Crew? How was that? How did that come about? Was it just...
Incredible Crew, I was already on Adventure Time at the time when they were doing it, and so I kind of knew everybody over there. And I just kind of talked to them about it and said, hey, I don't only do voiceover, I do live action and stuff. And I knew they were kind of going to do some on camera at that point. And then I just met with the head of casting at the time, and then I auditioned for that Incredible Crew pilot at the time, and then another one. I booked both of them, shot the other one up in Canada, which is close to here. I know geography sometimes. And then I shot that one. Incredible Crew got picked up. We did the whole first season. It was a great experience. It's a really great show. Sadly, it's no longer on. They decided that they just outright didn't want to do any on camera, which is kind of a bummer. But
That is kind of a bummer. I'm glad that your takeaway from Yosemite Comic-Con is like, oh, Seattle, that's close to Canada.
well, because the weather and stuff, the architecture, everything is so similar. And you guys are what, like 2-3 hours
Yeah, like
from
3
Vancouver?
hours.
So yeah, you know. I mean, you guys don't have a on the end of every sentence, but
That's true. That's true. I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, I remember.
I can say that one of my good friends is Canadian, so I can make fun of Canadians.
Did you just pull one of my good friends' card? Man.
Oh,
look at
dude, I
this.
pull that card all the time.
How much do you get to toy around with the script in Adventure Time? Talk about the writers, but I feel like sometimes some of the songs are just going off the cuff. How often do you get to toy around or mess around with some of the? Do you get to do any improvisation?
A little bit. It's laid out pretty well. It's probably more so than most people think. They think, oh, it's just you writing the whole thing yourself, which is not the case.
Yeah, it sounds like sometimes you and John are just going off in tangents. And
Yeah,
it's just
which
like, I
is-
was like, is that scripted?
Some of it, sometimes we'll ad-lib a little bit of stuff, or knowing the characters that we're doing. If we say, oh, I think Finn will probably say it more like this,
All right, yeah.
we'll kind of change lines, tweak them. And then some stuff is just completely off the cuff. Like Tom Kenny, who plays the Ice King, does that a ton. There's one of my favorite episodes. I don't even know what episode it is, but he's talking about having like a little art show, and he's like, we could have some wine and cheese action. Could be nice. And he's just talking for like 5 minutes. It's all just that was all completely improv. That's just Tom being Tom. It's awesome.
That's a pretty good Ice King there.
Thank you.
I heard through the grapevine, because I was obviously doing my own stuff over the Sheraton. I heard you do a pretty good Christian Bale Batman voice.
How many of you guys saw the group panels? Okay,
Nice.
almost everybody. All right.
Well, I didn't see it, so
Oh,
I
okay,
didn't get to hear
okay.
it.
All right. Fair enough. I just totally blanked on a Christian Bale line. Let me,
Christian Bale reading as Finn.
yeah, Christian Bale reading as Finn. How are you guys doing today? Where are they? So yeah, we were just reading like a lot of Princess Bride stuff, and then we did some Star Wars. I had played Darth Vader for a little bit. That was pretty fun. Luke, use the Force. I haven't given them everything. Not yet. The great thing about that Batman voice is that it's not even just thank you. I'm glad that everybody enjoyed me indulging myself as Batman. It's such a fun voice to do an impression of. The great thing about it is it's not even just like the gravelly. There's like a little bit of a lisp in it,
Oh, yeah,
which
yeah.
makes it so fun to do.
So we do have a mic over there, so if you want to line up for questions,
Q&A.
we'll be taking some questions, which is always going to be fantastic. Let's talk about more. So Adventure Time's been going on. Season 6 has been announced.
Yep.
How great is that for you to see, like, the fandom that's out there? Like I told you, we found out and we created a logo for our wedding that's based off Adventure Time. There you see a ton of the Finn and Fiona.
Oh yeah, you guys are
cosplay.
awesome. I think this show definitely has the most people cosplaying at any type of event ever than any other show. I guarantee it.
So
It's
round of
awesome.
applause for
Yeah.
Seattle.
Round of applause for you guys. I think it's just Adventure Time fans in general are just so much more dedicated, and
Yeah.
they just love dressing up with the awesome Finn hats and Fiona hats.
Are you ever shocked? Not obviously family friendly, but have you ever been shocked by some of the fandom, or seen somebody come up to you and be like, "Look at this Finn tattoo I got," or seen anything crazy? Like, what's the craziest thing that you have seen? It doesn't even have to be something fan, because William Salyers, who's the voice of Rigby, was like,
Bale!
he was
Yeah.
like, I didn't realize how crazy it was until I saw a 2-story tall balloon of myself.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So he's probably yeah. At San Diego Comic-Con one year, they had a massive like 2-story Finn blow-up balloon, and then the next year they had regular show. That's just like that's the crazy stuff. That's when you go, okay, wow, this is a thing. Or the other day, a couple months ago, my little sister got a McDonald's Happy Meal, and there was Adventure Time toys.
Oh right, yeah.
It's like, okay, I think I've made it, guys.
When you're,
I'm a McDonald's Happy Meal toy.
Do you have them just like in your room? Just
Oh yeah,
all
I'm in a nice glass case.
nice.
Little shrine.
Shrine to yourself.
That's so like, oh my gosh, that's so arrogant, just like narcissistic.
But you have one.
Big words. Yes.
Yeah. That's the important part. Doesn't matter if it's arrogant or narcissistic. The point is you have,
Have one.
Hi.
Hi.
Trekkie, what up, dude?
Hey, the times that you have, what is it like working with Justin Roiland? Do you have any funny stories?
Unacceptable! that's the funny story right there. It's funny whenever we record with him, he has to like, it takes a lot of time for them to adjust his mic and stuff because he's constant. Like, you think I scream a lot. It's insane. He'll blow out, like, the mic. It's crazy. And you have to, like, have him back up a little bit and do it. He's a funny guy. It's really fun.
Has he ever mentioned anything like bringing Dan Harmon in at all? Like, they're really close, so they didn't.
No.
Okay, so that would be amazing. All right, thank you.
No, I don't know. Yeah, you're welcome.
So she has a question, but she's a little shy to ask.
Oh.
That's
And I
okay.
also have another question, but her question is, if Princess Bubblegum, Marceline, and the Flame Princess, or any other princess in general, were real, which one would you want to take out on a date?
Oh. I'm going to add another level to that and just add Billy's sister.
And yeah,
That's his girlfriend, isn't it?
Oh, his girlfriend. Was his girlfriend?
That's different.
I don't know.
Very different.
Finn did say she was cool and asked her to hang out.
That's true. As much as she's a cool character, I'm probably gonna say no on her because she's a little too tall.
Yeah.
She's really big. She could crush me. I'm kind. This is hard.
This is tough.
It's very tough.
I don't even ask those kind of questions.
I think I have to go with Flame Princess. But that said, I'm a
She's
little
hot.
bit. She's very hot. I'm a little bit biased to Flame Princess because I think her and Finn ultimately should end up together, but that's just me.
I think that too.
she thinks so too. And my question was, well, it's actually kind of a little bit of a favor, just a little one.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but my sister was really sick and couldn't make it to Comic-Con today, and she was really looking forward to seeing your panel. So I was wondering if I could come up to the front and record you maybe saying, "Hey Jordan, you're mathematical," or like.
Can we
Like
can
a
we do
little
that or
10
not? I don't know where
second
the.
Is that okay?
Where's the minions? Minions.
Minions?
Is that okay?
It's you-
Sure, I'll do it
buddy,
real
you can
quick.
do whatever you want.
Thank you so much.
All right. No, totally. So you want me to say?
Hey Jordan, what time is it? Like adventure time.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll tell you when.
Let me know. Hey Jordan, what time is it? Adventure time! Thanks for jumping in there, guys. You guys are on it, man. On like Donkey Kong.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
If you had Jake's powers, what would you do?
Oh, that is such a dangerous question.
That's a well, you can do anything and everything with Jake's powers. I mean, really, you can make yourself, well, for me, I'd probably make myself a little taller. I would eat a ton of steak and then just grow bigger so I could compartmentalize it and just keep eating steak. And chocolate cake, which is also delicious. It didn't look like that's the answer he wanted, but
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Is steak your favorite food?
Yeah.
Hi. I was wondering, how would you describe Finn's character, like in terms of character development from season 1 to now? What is like the biggest things that have changed for him?
Well, I think just overall he's really kind of growing, and you see him maturing a lot, and there's a lot more dimensions that I get to play with him. Like I said, as opposed to him just either screaming or saying, "Hey, let's go on an adventure," there's a lot more levels there. You have all the relationship stuff with the different princesses or love interests. I don't want to spoil. There's other stuff coming up. There's some.
Well, I mean, the end of season 5, that like the very last.
Wait,
Billy's-
what? Yeah, what happens? Is it where?
Well, it's when Billy says, "Your dad's alive,"
Oh.
and then the last thing you see is a shadow, like a silhouette, and it
Yes,
just ends.
kind of like Lion King a little bit.
Right? Yeah.
Did anybody else take away? I took away that from that.
Yeah, spoiler again. Spoilers if you're not caught up.
Yeah. I'm gonna get in trouble here, but certain stuff that might have to do with that a little bit.
Oh man.
A little
so
bit.
excited.
Oh, that's not too much of a tease.
No, that's fine. I mean, we
It
assume,
is a
right?
tease. That's what it is.
Well, when you end the show when you end the season with, "By the way, your dad's alive," bye. Right?
So there might be something coming up with that, and that in particular, there's a lot of emotional stuff there. So I mean, just everything you get to play with him. Finn's just such a fun character to play. He's really good. He's an all around. He's just trying to do the right thing, and then the cool thing is, later in the show, the lines are a little bit more blurred. So In earlier episodes or seasons, it was more like, okay, this is evil, let's go attack this, and then the day's saved. But as the show progresses, it gets way more blurred and just so much more gray area, and it's just kind of him struggling with trying to figure out what's the right thing to do.
Well, a great example is in the episode where Billy is asking Finn for help to get the Enchiridion. And, he's got to face Princess Bubblegum. Principal Bubblegum's trying to say, no, you can't do this. This is bad. And he doesn't know what to do. Like, does he help, the woman he's had a crush on? Does he help his idol? And I think that was probably one of the greatest struggles to see Finn deal with.
By the way, you always help the person you have the crush on. Just kidding.
Love lessons from Jeremy Shada today.
Hey-o. So that's just stuff like that is where it's really going, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But I think the cool thing about Finn is ultimately, even though it's hard to find the path of which path is right, in the end, even if he does make those mistakes or mess up, he always ends up doing the right thing, which is
absolutely
a great character trait.
Yeah.
Because he's the hero, duh.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
So I have just really.
I don't think you like Adventure Time at all.
I'm not getting that vibe from you.
Yeah. So I was just thinking, what do you think is Finn's best sword?
Yeah, I'm
no
guessing.
pressure.
Yeah, seeing as he's holding the demon blood sword there. The grass sword's cool. I can say there will be maybe other swords at some point. Those swords will be cool. I kind of like the OG gold sword though, the original one. I love that sword.
Okay, thanks.
Sorry.
You just keep disappointing
I keep
everybody
disappointing
today.
people. I know. I know. Oh, geez. Security.
So one of my favorite episodes was the one where Betty comes to the now times, I guess you could say, and how she sees the Ice King and how she is and everything.
That's like the old.
That was Simon's fiance.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, now it's connecting. I'm sorry. Go for it.
Okay. So my question is, he's seen the Ice King go through a lot. So, of course, he's done things that are really bad and like kidnapping princesses. But do you think that the Ice King will eventually become a good guy?
Yeah. Sure. I think the Ice King is almost a little misunderstood, I guess. I don't know. I love the Ice King character. It's one of my favorite characters. That's why I guess I did the impression, because I just love Tom's voice, so I just always try to mimic it. I love the Ice King, yeah. I think ultimately he'll probably end up... He's like the villain that you love, that he's not really that bad.
Right, yeah.
He'll just do kind of funny stuff, and he ends up being he just wants to be Finn and Jake's bro at this point.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. He's he was roommating with them for a while,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
hilarious. I loved all that stuff.
That was also Finn. That was your fault, actually, because he was.
It was my fault, yeah. So yeah, I think he'll be a good guy at some point.
Well, thank you.
Cap it.
If you didn't get the voice of Finn, which character would you want to voice?
That is an excellent question,
That's a very
sir.
good question.
That's
Can
a
we give
really
it up
good
for this
question.
little girl over here?
Oh, I didn't see the ponytail. Oh, I called you sir. I didn't see the ponytail.
I
I'm the
like
worst.
that. I know. Who would I want to play? I think I would want to play... That's hard because I love all the actors that do all the other voices.
It'd be fine.
Yeah, it'd probably be fine.
It'd be fine with
They
it.
have other stuff. They got other jobs. They'll be okay. I'd want to play... I like Cinnamon Bun a lot. Because he's so angry all the time.
Yeah.
He's just anger management. He's great.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, Cinnamon Bun's in a good place right now, though.
Yeah, he got the new smooth
He's-
body,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's looking good.
Yeah.
Looking good.
So I was wondering, for the episode with Jake's puppies, which puppy is your favorite?
I like. I gotta get the names of the faces. There's actually I like TV. He's my favorite. He's just the total nerdy gamer. He's awesome. He just he's his mom's house.
Yeah.
Just playing video games all day. I love TV. He's funny.
They're all adults now, aren't they?
Yeah, they like age super fast.
Yeah.
But then they like stop aging, I guess.
I don't try to understand
Physics of
yeah.
Adventure Time.
I don't understand the show.
And so, who is your favorite character other than Finn, Jake, or the Ice King?
Sorry, that question is funny to me. Finn, Jake, Ice King. Does anybody remember? There's a character like one of the very, very first episodes. Might even be the very first one. His name is Chet. That's one of my favorite characters of all time. I don't even think he's been in any episode since, but he's just so funny. I love Chet. Little Chet.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I'm really nervous.
You're Wonder Woman. How can you be nervous?
I don't know. My question is, and this is out of the show and it's more serious. I know I'm lame, but on like an educational standpoint, what's it like being part of the show and still getting an education?
Oh, okay.
Because you've been doing the show for a few years.
Yeah, we started recording in 2009.
Yeah.
It started airing, I think, in 2010. I actually graduated about a year ago. I was 16 when I graduated, so I graduated 2 years early. I've been homeschooled almost my entire life, definitely ever since I started acting. So that's how I was able to graduate early. It hasn't really impacted it either way. I mean, a lot of people think, oh, well, you're spending so much time doing work. Do you have time for school? And I totally had time for school. I would just have to get it all done early and then, go into record or whatever. And for any of the on-camera stuff, which takes up way more time, until you're done with high school or you're of a certain age, they require you to do like 3 hours of school for every day that you're recording or shooting. So really, it's kind of helped my education, I guess, because you have on-set teachers, so it's kind of like having a personal tutor. And so it definitely helped, actually.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you plan on continuing your education?
I think I do at some point. I'm only 17 now, and I graduated early
You
for
got
the sole
time.
purpose of spending more time on work, and I have
Right.
time, so I will definitely get around to it.
Any particular schools or fields you want to get into?
I don't know. I mean, ultimately, I'm kind of doing what I want to do for the rest of
Right.
my life. If I did, I'd probably want to do like a specific, like a film class somewhere, maybe
Yeah.
like something behind the camera, like writing or directing or something like that. Maybe like USC.
I was going to say, yeah, USC has a great film
Yeah.
school.
So something like that. What up, dude?
I was wondering, I transposed the Adventure Time theme song to my guitar, and if I were to play it, could you sing it?
Sure. If I were to sing it, would you guys sing it with me? Yeah. Okay. But dude, you gotta realize you're on the spot now. Like, you gotta play that song.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all.
Alright, just start singing.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Adventure time. Come on, grab your friends. Let's go to very distant lands with Jake the dog and Finn the human. The fun will never end. It's adventure time. Woo! I gotta give it to you. That was actually really good.
Thank you.
Hi, can you hear me? Is this
Yeah, I can hear you.
okay? Thanks. Hi. Okay, I just wanted to say thank you for coming, and this is really cool that you're here. And I know you've been like working really hard and all that cool stuff going on. So I was just wondering, do you want some goldfish?
What?
If you're like,
Goldfish.
if you're into that.
I love goldfish. Unfortunately, I really can't eat any food that people give me. Because, not that you are, but there is, you never know.
I feel
You never know what people could put in food.
True.
So I appreciate the thought very much. Goldfish is actually one of my favorite snacks.
It's good. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm taking this oats and honey crunch bar back.
I was going to eat it anyway.
Hello, my name's Gus, and
Hey, Gus.
I heard that you played Robin on a Batman series.
I did. I played Robin on you guys know Batman Brave and the Bold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I played the young version of Robin on that show. I did like 6 episodes on there. Which, little fun fact, fun fact. Robin is actually my favorite comic book character.
Woo!
So, yeah. So, playing him on that show was like one of the coolest things ever. It's like a total dream. It was awesome.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. Which Robin?
Mm.
Yeah, I went there.
Well, okay,
Did
they're
you
all
hear
cool.
the crowd? They're like, "Ooh, how dare he!"
Oh, dang. There's like awesome things about different ones. Like Dick Grayson obviously is dope because he
Yeah.
becomes Nightwing. Actually, have anybody seen my car? My car is like a custom.
We're
it's
after
like,
this.
It's like
We're all
Nightwing.
gonna go look at his car.
It's not here. I flew in, but it's modeled after Nightwing.
Oh,
kinda.
nice.
Yeah. But then you got you got Dick Grayson. Then you got Jason Todd,
Yeah.
who people don't like for some reason, but he comes
What?
back and he's cool because he's Red Hood.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like that cool villain thing. So I'm like, okay. And there's Tim Drake. He's like a total boss with the bow staff.
Yeah.
And there's Damian Wayne, who's like kind of evil, but kind of not at the same time. So it's hard to choose. It's really hard to choose. Probably go with the original Dick Grayson.
Nice. That's a good
I'm
answer.
gonna go with Dick Grayson.
First right answer for.
I know. Jeez.
You're 1 for 3. Right on.
Wow, I'm doing really bad. I'm doing really bad.
Thank you. Oh, you got another one?
Yeah, when I was asking that question, I was gonna ask, how did that end up as you being Robin exactly?
Oh yeah. How did you get the part of Robin?
Oh, honestly, for that, I just like another audition. I auditioned, and I guess they liked the take on Robin that I had, and then I got the job, and it was cool. I got to work with Diedrich Bader, who plays Batman on that show. He's funny. You know, John DiMaggio plays Jake. One of the times we were recording, Diedrich couldn't make it, so John just like read in all of his lines and sounded literally exactly like him. He would plug his nose and he'd go, "I'm Batman." Really funny. Bye.
So I've been hearing a lot of rumors online. I mean, Adventure Time has gotten really popular. There's video games, toys, everything. So one of the biggest things I was kind of thinking about, would you do an Adventure Time movie?
I just love watching all the heads that were looking at him just go. It's great. Like a like a live action movie or like an animated movie?
Any type.
Well, there's a difference. Animated, because I'm saying because animated, there's a possibility of one for an animated Adventure Time movie that might happen. It's hard because the schedule for all the writers, they're so strapped down and busy doing Adventure Time that they would have to somehow carve out some of them just to do specifically that. But that might happen. And then if they did a live action one, I'd be open to it if it was done right, obviously. Because Adventure Time is something that could be done really cool and also be done really not cool if it's not handled correctly. So it depends, I guess.
Thank you.
I'm just dropping stuff.
You're making a mess.
I'm making it's all water right
These
here.
minions are gonna have to clean
They
up after
filled this
you.
way too high. Not like it's people that fill it. It's all machines, I'm guessing, but it's...
I didn't want to call you out when you spilled, but.
Well, you did know, so it's all good.
On the episode where Finn and Jake are fighting on the train with all the monsters that goes around in a circle,
Dungeon train.
if you were on that train, how long would you be fighting on it?
Not as long as Finn did. I can tell you that. I'd probably, fight for most of the day, then go home and sleep in my bed because sleep is a good thing.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
It's a cool costume too, by the way.
I know. Is that Medusa? Yeah.
What's up?
What's up?
So, hypothetical, Finn is not in the Adventure Time world anymore, but he goes to a different cartoon world. What world would Finn kind of belong best in? Who would he be like best bros with?
Oh, jeez. I don't know if Finn belongs in any world other than Adventure Time, but who would he be best bros with? You know what? I'll take that back. I think Finn would be really good friends with Aang from The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
It's probably a little biased because I love that show, but...
And then a quick yes or no. Do you think Finn could keep up with the party god?
Yeah! Frick yeah, dude!
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
So I don't know if you're allowed to answer this question, but I've noticed.
You always know it's going to be a good question when they start with that.
But I've noticed that in all the alternate universes, Finn has a robot arm. So do you think the grass sword is going to make him lose his arm?
Ooh. Whoa. This is the, I'm trying to think of what I know and what I can't say.
Yeah. This face comes on either if I have no clue what you're talking about, which is not the case in this scenario, or I don't know if I should say the knowledge that I have.
You should.
Maybe. I'm going to go with a strong maybe. I didn't say yes or no.
Thank you.
But I think you know.
Oh my God, that's adorable.
Oh.
Who's your favorite Disney princess?
Oh. You are so cute. I like Ariel. I like Ariel. Does she count as a Disney princess? Yeah, she counts.
Yeah, she's a princess.
Okay. Thank you for that awesome question. What's your name? Willow? Aww. Everybody give a big hand for Willow.
Hi, may I ask 2 questions?
Sure.
All right, the first one is, so how come after all this 5 seasons of what he's done, he hasn't matured at all?
Oh, you mean age? You mean
I
age?
mean, like, not mentally, but like physically, he's still this tall, little scrawny boy.
Well, I speak from personal experience. Sometimes people don't grow until they hit like 17, hopefully. It takes a little while. Personal experience, I had like a little bit of a growth spurt like right before like 12 or 13, and then I've been like the same since. So I think Finn will grow. I think it's animated, so I mean if you were to see like if it was like live action, you'd probably see like maybe redness in his cheeks or something like that. You know, you'd see some stuff. Maybe he's got a little scruff going on down here. You know, you can't see it in animation, but he'll eventually grow. Penn Moore, during one of our San Diego Comic-Con, said that eventually, you know, he'll just start drawing him with like a little gut hanging out of the Finn shirt. You know, he'll grow.
All right, and my second question was, out of all the kingdoms in the Land of Ooo, like, which one would you want to live in?
Oh, obviously the Candy Kingdom.
Candy Kingdom?
Definitely.
Eat the buildings?
What?
Eat the buildings?
Eat everything.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I have 2 small questions. One of them is, would you rather live in the world of Ah or Ooh?
Ooh.
Probably ooh, because I don't know what ah is.
And then, are you a dog person or a cat person?
Dog person, for sure.
Thanks.
You know, I said that without even thinking about Jake. And then I realized after that I made the right decision.
So what's your favorite Adventure Time
Episode? I like, it changes a lot. I like Incendium, I like Card Wars. Anybody else like Card Wars? I flipped a pig.
Hi, my brother and sister are huge fans, and they wanted me to ask 2 questions.
Okay.
First one is, why are you so awesome? And the second one is, what's your favorite skit from Incredible Crew?
I just am. No. This is gonna seem really like narcissistic too. I like Doug High. Maybe most of you guys probably don't watch Incredible Crew, but I like Doug High. It was really cool. If those of you who don't know, it's basically just a high school of just me. So it's like a bajillion me's in a high school, and it's fun because they just like digitally impose. They'd shoot like me here. I'd do like a change of clothes, and they shoot me here, and they digitally impose it together. So it's like me hanging out with myself and like having conversations, and it's really fun. So that's one of my favorite skits.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was wondering if you saw the picture that they put in for you in the program.
The really old one?
Yeah, how old were you in that?
I want to say 8. It's been probably almost 10 years.
Wow. I think they need to get that updated.
I agree.
There's so many people. There's so many shocked faces when you walked out, and they're like, "That's not this kid."
They're so disappointed. Like, that kid's good looking.
Thank you.
Do you think that Marceline's dad knows about Ice King? Like when he was Simon?
It's actually a good question. Now, this is the face where I'm not completely sure. It's not because I don't know something. I think it's a possibility, but I feel like probably not, because I feel like he was kind of just in his the Nightosphere world, just kind of doing his thing for thousands upon thousands of years, you know. So he probably doesn't. And I don't think he really cares about anybody other than himself. That got really dramatic there for a second.
So after you mentioned the Flame Princess, I had to ask, like, what are your opinions on her? Like, as a person, not just Finn, but, like, do you think she's evil or, like, good? 'Cause
I don't think she's evil. I think she's genuinely actually good. A lot of people, she might be a little edgy times because she's raised by crazy evil people. But I think she's genuinely good. Like I said earlier, she's hot. She's fun. She's cool. I just think she's all around awesome and a little bit of crazy. A little bit, not too much, not too much. A little bit of crazy is good sometimes. If I didn't have a little bit of crazy, I wouldn't do what I do. So.
In the Hug Wolf episode.
Yes.
A Hug Wolf hugged you and you turned into Hug Wolf. How did that happen?
Again, this is the physics of Adventure Time. I wouldn't give too much thought into it. It's like a werewolf, but it's a hug. So I got turned into a hug wolf because I got hugged. The fun thing about that episode, I got to do the werewolf voice, like, give me hugs. It's almost like Batman, but not quite.
Man, after that, I feel like my question's not fun at all. So I've read some articles that talk about how Adventure Time might not be suitable for children.
It's all lies. Total lie.
I was wondering if there were ever any lines that, like, when you said them, you were like, hey, maybe that's not right for, like, young children.
Well, yes. Yeah. There's a lot of lines that we'll do recording, like the initial version, and we'll have to get alts up, and we end up using the alt.
Yeah.
Because they're not completely appropriate, I guess. I think it's really up to the parents to decide if it's appropriate or not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, do any blanket statements because that could get me in trouble. But
Yeah. And I have one other question. I know we've talked about the princesses a lot. I think the show does a great job of having really good female representation, especially when, like, the two main characters are male. So people might be like, oh, that's a show for boys. But, like, the female representation's great, so it's a show for both. And I was just...
yeah, and the princesses aren't helpless. They're all, like, either you got PB, who's super intelligent and smart and can still kick some butt.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
They're all very strong.
Can you say, like, why you think that the main princesses are good representations of female characters?
Why I think they're good.
Why is Flame Princess good? Why is Princess Bubblegum good?
Oh, like individually, which one, like what characteristics? Yeah, characteristics. Well, like I said, Princess Bubblegum is very smart. She's very intelligent. She's a good leader, as far as we can tell. She's kind of like a dictator, really, but but I guess she's a good leader. They all seem pretty happy. Flame Princess is very, very strong-willed. She's pretty independent. She kind of does her own thing. We have all these good characteristics followed by, like, interesting things they do. Like, she took over the Flame Kingdom, but she was overthrowing a bad person, to be fair. So, strong-willed, independent. Lumpy Space Princess. I guess she's not a very good characterization of a girl. She's kind of a, LA Valley girl. Oh my God! Put a ring on it. But, we have, you always got to have that one character. Yeah. So we have a pretty good ratio. And then, who else is there? There's Marceline. Yeah, Marceline. Marceline is like a super awesome rocker chick who just kind of, goes to her own beat. And she's kind of a wherever the wind blows type person, So.
Yeah, great answers. Thank you.
Yeah. Speaking of Marceline, what up, girl?
Hi. Do we ever get to learn more about Marceline's past, or if she had any motherly figure, or what happened to her motherly figure?
I know they've been talking about stuff like that. I guarantee you, if we keep going, that eventually you will see definitely some of that stuff.
Okay.
So.
And do you know why Marceline's dad ate her fries?
Can you really blame the guy? I mean, come on, fries are freaking delicious.
Thank you.
Dude, it doesn't matter if they're cold fries, they're fries.
Okay, I was wondering, do we see more of Fiona?
Do we see more Fiona Cake? I think we do. I think they're doing a few more of the gender switch episodes. So we'll probably see some more of that. Usually that question is followed up by, will they ever meet the other characters? And to that, no. No, I'm just joking. I don't know. This is adventure. This is adventure time. The physics are so crazy. I feel like it could probably happen. So,
thank you.
You're welcome.
So we've only got a couple more minutes left, so this is probably, I'm sorry this is going to be the last question, but where can they find you if they have more questions?
If you have more questions.
Or want to just say what's up?
You can find me right over that way, general direction, at the, I don't know.
You remember your booth?
I don't know what my booth is. My booth is over there somewhere, but I'll be signing autographs, and if you want to get a picture, I'll be doing it over there. At 4, yeah.
Till 4.
Till 4. We start, what time is it right now?
It is 2:15.
We start at 3. Okay, so at 3 o'clock, or if you want to, go line up before that, I'll be there signing autographs and stuff. So definitely come on by if you have any other questions. Love to answer them.
All right, so we go. Last question.
Are you allowed to explain like any of the crazy, twisted, confusing plot of Adventure Time?
Sadly, no. I don't understand half of it myself, which is kind of the awesome thing about the show, because really, you can just kind of interpret it however you want to interpret it, which is, I think, is kind of a cool thing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming and listening to me talk.
Jeremy Shada.